guys, it's Jovi and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. How are you all doing today? I hope y'all are all having an amazing Thursday. I know I am. Before we begin, please don't forget to like this video. Like it now because you're going to forget to like it later. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my other social media platforms. I'm Jovi Butte. What's this? Okay. You can follow me on my other social media platforms. I'm Jovi Beauty on all platforms. Please follow. Please subscribe. Hold on. Y'all go ahead and follow me on my Blue Sky where I be over there. My Instagram where I post the pretty pictures. Go to my website, jovibeauty.com. Grab you one of our sweaters, our scarves. We have a lot of cute merch. Go to my TikTok and support the channel. Last but certainly not least, do not forget you can always do what? Donate to the channel. And speaking of donating to the channel, I had a donation the other day and it came through on Zelle, so I did not initially notice it. Where did I put it? Oh, I did not initially notice it. But our illustrious number one anonymous sent a $50 donation the other day. I didn't even notice it, girl. Thank you so much. She said, go on ahead and get you a drink from the bodega with these damn tariffs. I need my shimmy too. LOL. Hit the like. Okay. So thank you, anonymous. Cha-chang, chang. Cha-chang, chang. Change the rules. Thank you so much, anonymous. I just saw it yesterday. I saw it yesterday and I was like, oh shit, I didn't notice. So thank you so much. Okay, so today I don't have a specific topic. I just want to get into what's happening in politics right now. Also, whatever is happening in the celebrity news realm. I didn't see anything in celebrity news that made me say, oh, I want to really go in on this. So we're going to pull it all together. Okay. Now, Orangina had his 100 days like yesterday or the day before. I don't know, child. I feel like 1,000 years, child. But he had his 100 days like a year, yesterday or the day before. 100 days like yesterday, the day before. And he had an interview with a reporter from ABC News. And when I tell you, ABC News had me cackling, okay? Listen. At this point, I told you I do not watch the CNNs in them anymore, but I sure as hell will put on ABC and some PBS because they are holding it together and I fucks with it, okay? It is ridiculous. Oh, we have another donation. Hey, Kai, how are you? Hold on. I got to do another shimmy, okay? Hold on a second. Thank you, John. Johndria? Thank you so much, girl. She said, thank you for the info on the ports. I have been stocking up since I watched it yesterday. I'm glad. You should be, girl. I don't remember if I dropped you know what I'm going to do? Thank you so much for the donation. Side note, you know what I'm going to do while I'm sitting here? Because I forgot to do it the other day. That was my bad. I forgot. As soon as I got off of here, I ran and go do something, do other things, and I forgot to put it here. But let me see if I can pull this up real fast. Content. It was a video. I'm going to share this video right now with the things that I purchased for. Oh, here we go. Share video. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna share it. Post. Okay, I'm gonna try to find it again and reshare it properly, but I wanted to share it for y'all. So thank y'all so much. Yeah, we have to get our stuff together. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Listen, so back to the foolishness, okay? Where am I looking? Hold on. So we already know that right now, Trump recession is trending on Twitter, which again, I find it crazy because again, we might be in a recession now and people pretending like we're not. Okay. We are headed to, I said it before and I say it again, we are headed towards the greatest depression fucking ever, okay? Because it's man-made. And it's about to be real serious, okay? Um, I also heard that Trump was out here trying to put an investigation. Listen to this foolishness. Put an investigation, Orangina, let me stop saying his name. Put an investigation into why his approval numbers are so freaking low. Did y'all? This nigga really living in delusion. Plus, during the interview he had, I want to say Mark Walsh, but it wasn't Mark Walsh. I don't remember who it was. I think Mark Walsh is the one who got fired, but we'll get into that in a minute. Did the interview he did with ABC, did you see where people were like, oh, you know, they say they didn't vote for this. This is what we've been saying forever. Trump been paying attention to what the libs been saying, right? To get away with his shit. And he's like, well, I did. They voted for this, and this is what I decided to do. It is so funny because all of those Daddy Trump, why are you doing this to me tweets and videos that we seen are always them talking about, I did not vote for this, I did not vote for this, but your grand supreme leader said that you did. So now you just got to acknowledge that you did vote for it, because what Trump says goes. Okay. Oh wait, oh hold on, what's this? I missed this. We about to play this. Hold on. Let me share this video. Hold on. I just, for whatever reason, I just noticed it. Hold up. Share screen. Apparently, Harris had some shit to say. Okay, so we're gonna get into that. I want to see what she has. Ooh, let me turn the my volume on so I can hear it. Okay. It's only a 20-second clip, so hopefully I don't get struck.
This country.
Oh wait. Oh, I put it on the wrong shit. Okay, cool.
Is ours. It doesn't belong to whoever is in the White House. It belongs to you. It belongs to us. It belongs to we, the people. Thank you, God.
So apparently she was out speaking, you know, and they want to be outside telling all, hold on, where's my backdrop? Why my backdrop going? Hold up. Let me put this stuff back up. What's going on? Okay, there we go. I didn't even notice my backdrop wasn't there until I clicked into the share screen. So it says Harris reemerges with new speech at the Emerge Gala in San Francisco. This country is ours. It doesn't belong to whoever's in the White House. It belongs to us, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so she came out. I also saw when Orangina was out here mad about and talking about Obama need to stay out of international affairs. I don't know what's going on, but it seems like in the back end, these people are trying to figure some shit out and get this hoe up out of here. Mark Walsh, okay, who is the right Mike, my bad, Mike Walsh. So it probably was Mark. Anyway, who is the national security advisor? You know, the one who was on the Signal group chat and put the reporter in. He just got fired. Trump just kicked his ass to the curb. And are we surprised? I remember a lot of firing happening a couple years ago. I remember a lot of firing happening 4 years ago when the last time he was in office. And yeah, it started. Okay. Now I'm waiting to see. He's probably going to try to fire the drunk security advisor because they are tearing his ass up. You know, the one who used to be a Fox News reporter and took a section of the fucking Pentagon and turned it into a makeup room. So he and the rest of the feds, I guess, can get touched up. It is freaking crazy. It is bananas. It is so freaking crazy. You can't make this shit up. And it's just I don't know, y'all. Oh, I just saw something that says breaking. Top Chinese officials says Trump has been calling them a dozen times every day to beg for a trade deal, and they put him on hold while playing audio of Obama's speeches until he hangs up. Oh, I told y'all about them trolling ass Asians. Them Asians, if you know any Asians, them motherfuckers be turned up. They ain't got nothing. They don't give two hells about nothing, okay? And that's crazy. And I love that for him because, again, you want to start something, be prepared to back it up. We are going to suffer, y'all, because, again, people are not going to cave. I keep telling people, like, I get it. We live in our American bubble, but we seem to forget that, like, there's an entire world outside of us. And shit, up until a couple hundred years ago, people didn't even know, a very few hundred years ago, people didn't even know anything was on this side of the fucking world. Okay. And now it's not like they lost this side of the world. They still have all of South America, Central America, the Caribbean, Mexico, and freaking Canada. Okay. This place is about to get real bad real freaking soon. They are deporting the Caucasians out of Mexico. And President Scheinbaum, that's her name, she has made it a declaration because these people like to pull this shit everywhere they go. I read the story about this couple buying a property in Mexico next to a Mexican restaurant that has Mexican music playing often, and then turned around and tried to sue the restaurant, okay, so they wouldn't have the bands playing anymore because it was disturbing their sleep after they purchased a home next to the band. It gives me the gentrifiers who try to move to Brooklyn and then want to call the police during the block party because they can't understand why people are outside and they never had to experience any of that shit before. President Scheinbaum was like, I'm going to do y'all one better and say you cannot put up property lines around whatever property you might buy because the Mexican people still need accesses to their beach, still need accesses to whatever. And if y'all don't like it, y'all can take y'all asses back to America. Okay. And listen. That's all I had to fucking hear. And I was like, these people aren't playing. And things, again, it's like things will be at the forefront. But like, there's so many stuff happening. Like I said, even if this motherfucker gets put out tomorrow, do you know the amount of work, money, and equity we would have to lose to even get back to half of where we were? What month is this? I can't even remember. This motherfucker been distracting me with his craziness every day. In January, just to get back to where we were in January is going to cost us years and billions of fucking dollars. It's going to be insane. It's going to be freaking ballistic and insane. Okay, I done pulled up. I'm about to get in the chat right now to see what y'all talking about, but I done pulled up. Where we go? ATL is not a real place. ATL is not a real place, but I done pulled up the IG to see if there's any. Oh, Beyonce tour started, and Blue Ivy was out there putting in that work, child. Beyonce is turning Blue Ivy into a star, and I love it for her. Blue Ivy is going to be the star that, without even trying, that Kim K and Kanye only wish their children will be able to be. Okay, you cannot water down. You cannot water down that sort of talent and success. Okay, she's about to be that girl, and I love that for her. Y'all, why Nick Cannon insured his sack? Nick Cannon insured his sack for $10 million. I'm tired of him. I'm tired of him. I'm tired of him. Tired of him. So fucking tired of him. Like, the world is falling apart, and he's telling us about the insurance on his sack is insane. Okay, I don't know what else to say. Ain't nothing else really here I care about. That's what I'm saying. It's nothing really I care about. Shador Sanders, they ended up, what was it? Ohio? No, the Rangers. I think it was a New York, the Rangers, I think. The son who ended up getting the phone number from his dad, he said he took it from his dad. I don't believe that. I believe that they set it up to do that. So the coach, the dad of the little boy who did whatever fuck he did, he got hit with $100,000 fine. And the team, hold on, let me see this thing. And the team, the Falcons, Falcons DC was emotionally apologizing after his son's prank call. He said, "We take full responsibility, my son and myself, and we will not be appealing the fine in any way." Him and his son called to apologize to Deion Sanders and Shador. We don't want your fucking apology. Honestly, nobody wants your freaking apology. They're just mad. Y'all know I love the Sanders. I follow them. I've been following them for years. They're just mad that boy has self-respect, because most of these football players are, listen, I've always said basketball players and football players are not the same type of people. For the most part, I believe like basketball players come from like inner city. They grew up around, a bunch of black people. Football players is a lot more country. It's a lot more Caucasian coaches and teams and, being praised by these people and them thinking they have to shuck and fucking jive. And the Sanders are not shuck and fucking jive kind of people. And that makes a lot of people feel away. And another thing that's so funny about this whole situation, because it's really, a racial situation, that especially him making it to the 5th round period, we know what that was. But the son of the coach, Colin, is also a racial situation. And you can tell by the son, the daddy is white, but the son is other. The son looked like his mama Asian. And baby, when I say karma gonna wrap that ass up, karma gonna wrap that ass up. Okay, and I'm very excited to speak on it when it finally happens. Let's look at some of these comments. What y'all doing? I'm just running my mouth. Like I said, hold on. I didn't necessarily have anything specific that I was like, oh my God. So it's just a plethora of plethoras today. Let me see something. Hold up. Okay. It's just a plethora of plethoras today. Stunned for Curly met her journey with severe eczema. I don't really care about Nora Smith, so Nora, whatever her name is. I don't really care about her. Why her head looks so big? You know what? Let me mind my business and stop talking shit about people and their big ass heads. Anyway, let me look into the comments, see what y'all want to talk about. Hi, everybody. Hello, Stephen. How are you? She just keep changing that name up. Just keep changing that name up. She just mad, angry, pissed the fuck off. She don't know what she want to be. Um, I just got on a friend about not stocking because I told him when I told uh us to listen, these niggas want to die. That's on them. Honestly, like I said, I feel like, and I've said this from election, we have all been getting a download and we have all been in sync. Maybe that friend voted the other way. So maybe that friend ain't getting the downloads. Maybe that friend is not seeing. Let me put it back up so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Maybe that friend is not seeing the reality of what is happening because they're not receiving the download that the 92% of Black people and the 80% of Black men are currently receiving. That's on him. That's on him. I be trying. I have my moments. Hey, Deidre, girl, how are you? She said 100 days of chaos. Girl, when I say it's been chaotic, I don't even know. My mind been all over the place with all of this foolishness that's been going on. But it's just like, but again, you got to keep doing what you're doing. Keep living. One fucking clown don't stop the show. Okay, so one clown does not stop the damn show. She said it was a great speech. Yeah. Mike Walls is out. He said Mike Walls is out. Mike Walls is out. The drunk about to be out. Listen, and I saw the head of ICE, the director of ICE. Y'all seen it? I would pull it up, but I want to look for it. Y'all, I saw the director of ICE giving an interview, and they were like, and he was like, this is how you know. This is how you know the education system sucks. Or even these rich kids that go to these rich schools, they don't really learn anything, bruh, because like it's not there. So he's giving an interview. I think it was Fox. I might be wrong, but I think it was Fox. So he giving an interview on Fox. And they were like, how do you feel about people comparing the Nazi ICE agents to the Smotsies? And this motherfucker turned around and said, I'm really, I'm really appalled by that because we're just following orders. Did he miss where all of those Nazis who they were dragging into court? I think even like 5 years ago, I remember them dragging in some 90-something-year-old man to go to after they found him after hiding all these fucking decades. Like, do you think that or where were you in class that day? Because shit, if I learned that in inner city New York City public high school, I know these people had to, right? Right? Or is just my Jewish social studies teachers better than theirs teachers? I don't know. Okay. But I remember specifically learning how as they were running all over the world, escaping, going to Argentina and all of this shit, trying to, they were screaming and crying about how they were just following fucking orders. Telling people that you are just following fucking orders is not going to help you when shit go down. Okay? Because those people just following fucking orders and running up into people's homes and doing all and breaking motherfuckers' cars with big ass smiles on their faces, you are all going to jail for freaking war crimes. Like, you might really get put in the El Salvadorian prison. Like, war crimes. Half of the fucking more than half the cabinet is going to get locked up for war crimes. And these ICE agents and all of this shit. That is not an excuse, and they're going to learn, okay? I don't know. See, this is why they say if you don't know history, you are doomed to repeat it. These people actively try not to know their history, so they're actively going to repeat it. And I am hoping that we, this time around, unlike the first revolution where we just let shit slide, spank these hoes like Germany did. Spank these hoes. Okay. She said, I love that. I go hiking to so many beautiful places, especially in the mountains over the years, have cut access to the public. Yeah, like who do these people think they are? The billionaires? Oh, I feel like before we leave this earth, us as in the 30, 40 years old. I don't know if it's going to happen now, next year, 10 years from now, maybe in 30 years when we old and shit. I don't know. But I really feel like they are going to just confiscate these whole shit. Fuck around and they're going to be finding out. Because again, only Americans, Caucasian people, do shit like that. Other people from other countries do not behave like this. I haven't told y'all the story. I probably did, but I'm going to say it anyway. Of, a couple years ago when I turned 40 and I flew out to St. Bart's. And, St. Bart's is it's not too many black people on there. Majority of the workers are it's a French island. So it's a lot of French people. It's a lot of European people. I think there were probably more European people there than American people there. Anyway, even the workers are European, fine little French men's. Okay. Fine little French men's. Okay. I was looking though. I don't do the French men's. Anyway. And I went to pick up my bestie from the airport because she was coming in to celebrate my birthday with me, and I was being silly. I had a sign with her name on it in front of the thing. Because St. Bart's airport is really little. You can't even take a big plane. You got to take the big plane to like a 12-seater plane to even get in. So it's a little airport. And these I knew they were American from I saw them walking out the terminal, right? My friend was on another plane, so I was waiting. And it was in the midst of COVID, mind you, we still wearing masks and all of this. We out there I'm surrounded by drivers picking up people with signs, and I'm just standing there with a sign. And when I tell you, these came out, they was making a fucking a ruckus, taking off masks, talking about and when I tell you, everybody at the airport turned on their asses. And the bitch made them turned into was the best 40th birthday present I've ever seen. Watching Europeans white check white Americans was the best thing I could have ever hoped for that I didn't think I needed or wanted to see. I was aghast with my little sign, like, oh shit. They're about to run their asses right off the island, child. Yeah. Why do the Mexicans don't get to go to the Mexican beach in Mexico? Because y'all want to build fences and say, oh, you can't come in. You can't come to my beach. You don't own the beach. You own the house. Very, very American thing to do. Yes. Blue Ivy is about to be that freaking girl. Like, to the likes we've never seen. And I love that for her. She said, I think they set him up. Of course. And it's so funny that they use the kid who is mixed. Because this was, in my opinion, this was a conspiracy. A dumbass conspiracy, but a conspiracy nonetheless. It's not lost on me that they did not pick a full white coach's kid to be the fucking sacrificial lamb. And the daddy allowed it to happen. It's not lost on me. He should have got what the team got as a fine, and the team should have to pay $1 million. I do believe that. I agree. Hey, mommy, how you doing? I do agree. I think the fine should have been higher. But Shador is and Shiloh, because Shiloh in the got picked up too, but he was drafted. No, he's a free agent. My bad. And I believe they are about to shut this whole shit down. And I love that for the Sanders boys. What? Why are we pretending? Why are the Mannings the only one who can like do shit like that? If anybody gonna shut this shit down, trust me, it's gonna be the sons of Deion fucking Sanders. She said, my dude thinks I'm crazy being about building a balcony garden. These men really think it can't happen. They do. Well, not a lot of them, but some of them really think it can't happen. They don't pay attention to things. Even when they pay attention, they just don't think it can happen. And at the end of the day, we women are planners and we are the backbones of our fucking community. Let's just keep it a buck. We're the backbones of our fucking community. He could say, oh, he don't think, he can laugh at it all day long. But when shit pop off and y'all need to be eating them carrots from that fucking garden, or he out there trying he out there on your balcony with the pew pew trying to protect y'all fruits and vegetables from the peoples, he gonna get it then. Explains what? I spoke on a lot of stuff, girl. You gotta be a little bit more specific. I spoke on a lot of stuff. On, you mean on the dad not giving a shit? Probably. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, this whole everything. Oh shit. The only crazy news I did see that had me like, what's going on? What's going on? Let me tell you. Let me show you. I'm not even gonna tell you. Now, this is the only celebrity news that had me looking the last couple of days like, what's happening? Y'all seen this? Like, these is besties, y'all. These bitches been besties for about 30 years, y'all. Over 30 years. What is happening? So Misa, who is, if you don't know it, you should know by now, Diddy first baby mama. She used to be a she is a stylist, but she used to be she used to style a lot of those video shoots or whatever back in the day. Her and Mary been French, and Lil Kim been like a three-way bestie for like 30 fucking years. And now she's suing Mary J. Blige over Vado. I know Vado, y'all. I don't know what is happening. But I kind of feel like for Misa to be doing this, it's not about the money. Because when you fucking, I sued a friend before. I did. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you, y'all. I sued a friend. I sued her ass. I never got the money because it wasn't really about the money. I didn't want to, take a little White Castle's check, okay? But it was about the fucking Hello? Okay. Thank you. That was DC. It showed me that my audio was on. It showed that my audio was on. Thank you, DC, for hitting me up and letting me know. It dead ass showed me that my audio was on. Mess. Sorry, y'all. I don't even know where it went out at. I don't, y'all, like 6 minutes I've been muted? Damn. Okay. So if I've been muted for about 6 minutes, then I'm gonna go back to the Misa conversation because that might have been the conversation I was muted for. So we saw it. I clicked it out. I don't want to have to click it back in. We saw it. And I personally believe that one, Misa, Mary J. Blige, and Lil Kim been like a three-way best friend group for about 30, 35 freaking years. Okay. Misa been calm, or she used to be a style. I think she's still a stylist, but she was a stylist. She styled most of the videos back in the late 90s, early 2000s. A lot of them, not just Bad Boys. And I personally believe that this has everything to do with Mary J. Blige thinking she can do whatever she wants. I mentioned before, I might have been muted, that, I comprehended, bruh. I had to sue a friend before as well. And it's not about, and I don't think with Misa, it's not actually about the money, because at the end of the day, this is Vado we're talking about, Vado. But it's more about the principle. When you have to sue your friend or somebody that you are cool with, and you've been cool with for years, it's not about the money. It's about the principle. And I think Mary J. Blige may not be as good of a friend as we thought that she was. Because if you were, you wouldn't be in this situation to begin with, trying to undercut your homegirl over fucking Vado. Yeah. I do be running it. I don't even know. It had that the thing was on, but it changed the mic. So the mic that was on ain't even plugged in. It was stupid. Thank you, DC, for calling me and letting me know. My bad, y'all. He said, we ain't heard nothing you said. That's why I repeated it. Oh my God, that's why I repeated it. Oh my God. She said, as soon as I started to, okay, and that's what I thought. So that's why I went back to the Mary contact. Yeah, like I said, they've been friends for way too long, and I think, again, like I said, I've sued a friend before. I didn't end up getting the money because I didn't want to garnish her paycheck. That just, at that point, it was like, I don't want to do that. That's too much. But it was more about, for me, the principle. So I can understand, we stand on business here in New York. Misa's a New Yorker. She gonna stand on business, and she gonna be like, listen, it ain't even about the money, bitch. It ain't about Vado. It ain't about the money. It's about us being friends for 30 years, and you think you're gonna play in my fucking face. No. She said again, run it down. You said you slapped the mic after it was the principal. Oh, my old friend, because this is a long time ago, so it really don't matter anymore. But this was back when I told you, after 9/11, my mom moved to Atlanta. And I had my own apartment. I was like 20, 22, and I didn't get married till I was like 24. So at that time, I was living by myself, chilling, and my homegirl, her mom put her out. And I'm kind of a decent person, so I let her stay with me, and she lived with me for about 2 years, y'all. It was so fucking crazy. My mama could tell the story too. It would be times that and she didn't really, and all I asked her to do, mind you, I was paying the rent, I was paying cable and all of this shit, you know. And I literally just asked her to handle the Con Edison bill, the electricity bill, for those who aren't in New York. And you know, back then, electricity bill was like $15, and we're two 20-something-year-old girls. We ain't in there cooking. We ain't in there. No, Con Edison. Yeah, we weren't in there cooking. We weren't hardly ever home. So the bill was probably like $10, $15 a month. This is what I asked her to do, because you know she's trying to get off her feet and stack up money, which she didn't do. She smoked it all away, but that's a story for another day. And then one day, about 2 years in, because it took that long for that little ass bill to build up, I walk in my house, my apartment, and my fucking lights is off. And I lost my shit. And I was going to try to fight her. I didn't. And I said, fuck this shit. I'ma sue this bitch. I kicked her out. Because I'm like, you could, like, what? But I also said, you know, I could have looked at the bill. But again, I was like 21, 22. I wasn't thinking about it. It's like $10, $15. Why would I not think she was paying the fucking bill? And I ended up suing her. You know, because it was the principle behind it. Like I said, it was the principle behind it. Yeah, I let you live rent free. You ate when I ate. It wasn't, oh, I bought that in the house. No weird shit like that. I'm not like that. You know, you ate whenever I ate. You know, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? And you couldn't even pay a $10, $15 fucking electricity bill, to the point where I'm opening a bill 2 years later, and the shit, I don't remember how much it was, but it was like $300-$400. I ended up paying. I got my lights back on like the next day or whatever, but it was the principle. That's why I said, for you to sue your friend, it's some shit, and it's about the principle, and it's more about someone thinking they could just take advantage of the situation because you're their friend and they're going to get away with it. And that's what I think is going on with Misa and Mary J. Blige. Mary J. Blige probably feel like she been getting away with shit. Maybe they have been letting her get away with shit. You know, I was letting my friend get away with shit. I was letting her, you know, I wasn't trying to force her to pay no other bills or oh, you gonna buy groceries. I was, you know, I didn't do any of that, you know. And sometimes people take your kindness for weakness and think they could continue to fucking play with you. And I think Mary J. Blige, after years of probably getting over on her friend, and her friend is like, you know what, whatever, it's not that deep, it's not that deep. And finally she just realized, and it all clicked, and she's like, oh no, bitch, it is that deep. So that's what I think. And that's what happened. She said they scared of this Diddy trial. They're all trying to save themselves. She said that's the point. He's a rapper from like the early 2000s. He used to be on Dipset and them. He was on Marriage Boot Camp a couple years ago. We spoke on it when he was the Vado. Yeah. He said, nah, you ain't repeated the same. Okay. Yes, he was on Marriage Boot Camp. We did a whole story about that. No, well, I don't know. I know that Mika, from what we gathered, Mika signed Vado, and then Mary J. Blige tried to was trying to sign Vado or some shit like that, and Mary J. Blige undercutted her. Like, so she undercutted her homegirl in business over a fucking Vado. That's what it is. They weren't boycotting him, to my knowledge. Why would you boy? I don't see Mary J. Blige, and I damn sure don't see Misa boinking fucking Vado. But it was business. Misa tried to sign him under her management label or some shit like that, and then Mary undercutted her friend. That's why she's suing her. You can't sue over cock. Well, you can, but I think you got to be married to the cock to be able to sue over cock. This is business. She said, yeah. I hope she did. Yeah. Because that shit was bananas, you know. And again, A part of even her even being at my house was her not doing shit at her mama house. We all have to grow up and learn and, evolve. And now I don't really speak to the girl, but I think I follow her on Facebook, and every time I see her, she looks great. She has children now. She's taking care of business. And sometimes we got to go through some shit to learn some shit. And like I said, it wasn't about the money. We literally, and it was the funniest thing because in small claims court, where I sued her ass, we were sitting next to each other, talking. The judge like, hush. And then when they called us, the judge was like, because we both got up and went to the different things. And the judge was like, y'all was just running. And I guess the judge, and I'm like, yeah, it's big. It's not about, it's about the principle at this point. And I told the judge, it's literally about the principle. I don't hate the girl and all of this, I understand she going through shit. I'm a little bit too understanding. Y'all know this. Y'all know I give grace too much. Y'all know this. So imagine me at 20. But it was about the principle, and the judge was like, all right, whatever. But and they gave me the opportunity. I remember they gave me the opportunity to garnish her pay. And I was like, no, the girl's still trying to get it. I done kicked her out. Now she trying to get somewhere to stay. I'm not going to garnish this girl's pay. It was the principle. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. But that was a lesson for me as well as for her. I had to learn that, because again, I'm kind of a giver. I'm like, it's whatever. It's not that deep. But I had to learn those things and learn that you can only do things like that with people who reciprocate from the heart. Right? Because when I do shit from the heart. Like, I don't want to see you homeless, bitch. I don't want to see you having to go stay with a fucked up nigga because you ain't got nowhere else to stay when I got this whole fucking apartment to myself and I don't hardly hear any fucking way, But anyway, all right, y'all, we about to jump up out of here. Okay. I'm gonna see if I come back later because I have something I gotta go run and do real quick. Nothing too deep, but I got something I gotta go run and do real quick. And I wasn't here yesterday, so I might come back later to if a big enough news story that I actually want to talk about breaks, I'll come back. Or maybe y'all can if you send me something on the IG that you think would be interesting for me to talk about today, I'll do that. Like I said, I personally ain't see no specific topics that I wanted to just delve into. So I made it a all around pull together. Anyway, I'm out of here. I appreciate y'all for coming. And as always, I hope you live your life like it's golden because there's no other way